This is the second level that I have attempted to build, and this will be a rescue the civilians mission. So the focus point of every level is the point that you have to defend, and in that case that's this blue point here. This is the evacuation point for the civilians. They will run to this point and try to stay there, and the player will have to defend that point. I've laid this out as though it's kind of a city. Obviously I'm still using temporary geometry. So we've got these blocks which represent buildings, we've got roads, and we've got these additional blocks here which are burnt out cars or something, and I can use those to help funnel the enemies as well. I'm imagining this is the second level that the player will encounter, following on from the tutorial, so I don't want it to be too handholdy, but I also don't want to increase the difficulty too much. And what's nice about this city layout is that it's quite easy to funnel the enemies down certain paths. So these icons here are the enemy spawn points, and they will spawn in these positions and they will come towards the player and they'll be funneled in to just two directions. So the player only has two directions to defend. So that's the basic layout of how it looks from the top, and if we jump into it we can see the NPCs will run to the evacuation point, and then when we start the game the enemies will start to come from the multiple locations, but they're really just being funneled into these two specific directions, which means that the player doesn't have too many directions that they have to defend at once. And I hope that this will be a good step up in challenge without being too overwhelming for the player as the second mission of the game.